simple thoughts that no one hears, of course. They're internal. Um, and basically, it's what you tell yourself, your thoughts and the conversations that you have within yourself from day to day. Positive self-talk, of course, it is like it sounds. Um, are the positive thoughts and conversations you have within yourself. So these thoughts, of course, include positive words of affirmation, uses to boost their confidence and improve their mood. And an example of this: have a good day, and or I can do this. And can is like a key word when it comes to positive self-talk, because you're saying that you can do it. It's something positive, and you're being optimistic. Um, and negative self-talk is the complete opposite. Same definition of positive self-talk, just different. Negative self-talk is the negative thoughts that we have within ourselves, the negative conversations that we have. So when we say to ourselves, I can't do this, or today is going to be a bad day, that is considered negative self-talk. And this is not what we want to do, because that's being pessimistic. The key to self-motivation and productivity is staying optimistic at all times. Despite challenges, despite adversity, the key is to stay positive. So we always want to utilize positive self-talk. Okay, so the importance of utilizing positive self-talk for motivation. Okay, you guys can't see this. I had to pull it up for you, but I'm reading from an outline. Basically, when we doubt ourselves or feel as though we cannot achieve certain tasks, we make the mistake of following through with these beliefs and negative thoughts, which in turn leads to stagnation and lack of productivity. Basically, your thoughts control your actions. People don't know how important our thoughts are and the important role that they play in our lives. Your thoughts can cripple you, and they can hold you back, and they can defeat you if you allow them to. So it's important to always stay positive. It's important to get rid of any fear and doubt that you may have within yourself, because that's negative. Like I said, positive self-talk and telling yourself that you're capable of doing something and that you can do something is very important in your day-to-day life if you want to be successful and if you want to achieve any and all goals in life. Also, I know the importance of having high self-esteem and confidence in order to achieve in life. A lot of people don't know the importance of having high self-esteem and confidence. And of course, this goes hand in hand with positive self-talk, because that's being optimistic and that's being confident. When you use positive self-talk, you're being very confident within yourself, and you basically have high self-esteem, and you're telling yourself that you're capable of doing things and that you can do things. And you just overcome any doubts and fears that you may have. So having high self-esteem, confidence, plays a major role in determining your future. Only you can determine your future. And a lot of this, like I said, has a lot to do with your own thoughts and your own beliefs. These things control your actions. So you have to learn how to control your thoughts and your beliefs in order to have actions that will allow you to flourish in life. Um, and my next line, of course, that you guys can't see, it says that, and I have this highlighted in red, guys, because this is very important. That ounce of positive self-esteem and confidence can take one further than they could have ever imagined and you will be able to achieve the unthinkable. So just by being yourself and having high self-esteem and confidence, just by telling yourself, having internal conversations within yourself and saying things like, I can do this, this is going to be a good day, I'm going to accomplish this, despite any challenges that may come my way. Just by doing and saying these things, you can achieve greatness, and you will be surprised at all of the things that you can accomplish in life just by staying positive and by staying optimistic. And of course, it's easier said than done, but just like anything else in life, it's something that we have to practice and we have to stay consistent with it in order for it to be useful and effective for us. So it's not something that you can just do one day and just on the next day just be like, okay, go back to being, as say, and being negative. So you have to be positive at all times. You have to have these positive internal conversations within yourself, and you have to stay confident. And you have to have high self-esteem in order to be successful, in order to be productive, and of course, in order to motivate yourself. Self-motivation. Um, and just when I was about to ask, does anyone have any questions? Do you suggest any tools or resources to help clients do this? I do. Well, for one, I would strongly suggest journaling. That's the key. Keep a journal with you, and you can utilize this by writing in it every day, writing something positive words of affirmations for yourself. And like I said, using keywords such as can, will, and am. And of course, you can start with your goals. It can be minor goals that you can have for yourself, and you can just work on them and use that positive self-talk for those goals. So, for example, let's say that weight loss journey. You can write in your journal, on today I'm going to run 1 mile on the treadmill. Um, and underneath that, you can kind of write notes of, that contains like words of positive affirmation, such as I'm going to do this, I'm going to lose 10 pounds by September so that I can get into this new dress that I've had since January. Just by being positive and writing notes for yourself, that is very useful. And if journaling doesn't help, you can also use, I've also seen people use like sticky notes. People have sticky notes that they will put on their like mirrors and walls and things like that. Just to boost their self-esteem, their confidence, and just saying positive quotes and positive things like today will be a good day. I am worthy. I can do this. I am capable of this. So that's another thing you can do as well. Just having sticky notes around the house, like random sticky notes with positive quotes and positive words of affirmation for yourself in order to get to the day. You can also, of course, meditation. Meditation also works. Like I said, we all go through things in life, different challenges and things that we have no control over. So that's something that we can't control. So of course, meditating is um, and of course, whenever you meditate, just try to have these conversations within yourself, like positive conversations within yourself, instead of looking at a bad situation from a negative point of view. Look at it in a more positive point of view. So if you're having a rough day and you just need to take a minute and just, sit back, basically just have that moment for yourself. Positive thoughts, like I said, write in your journal, positive things, and just go from there. Do you guys have any more questions? More related to positive self-talk? I'm gonna give you guys a minute because I have questions that I came up with just in case you guys didn't have any. Did that help you, Catherine? Did that answer your question? Okay, so like I said, I have questions that I wrote down just in case you guys didn't have any. And one question that is important when it comes to self-motivation and positive self-talk is, how do you stay consistent with it? How does one stay consistent with positive self-talk when they're going through challenges and obstacles in life, and they're having a bad day, bad week, and it just seems like nothing is going right. So how does one stay consistent? Well, you guys know the coin phrase, if you don't use it, you lose it. Um, just like with one exercising, in order to build strength and muscles, of course, you have to stay consistent in the gym. You have to constantly work on it. And the same thing goes for self-talk. You have to always stay consistent. Like I said, you cannot just be positive one day and turn around the next day and decide that you're going to just let um, your challenges take control of your life, or your challenges affect your mood. You have to stay optimistic at all times. Even if it's hard, like I said, it's easier said than done. But the key is staying consistent with it. And in order for it to be effective, you have to stay consistent. This is not something that you can do. Like I said, you can't just skip days doing it. You just can't be positive one day and be like, "Oh, I'm going to have a good day," or "I can do this," and then you manage to achieve your task and goals for that day. Then when the next day comes, you're in a bad mood, and things are not going right. So you just fall off the wagon and you start being negative. It does not work that way. In order for positive self-talk to work for you, you have to stay consistent. And like I said, you have to do whatever it takes. Like I said, journaling, using sticky notes, meditation. For those of you that have so are very spiritual, you have to have strong faith. These are things that will help you stay consistent, and these are things that will work for you. What suggestions do we have for, hi Susan, Suzanne, I'm sorry. What suggestions do you have for interrupting extreme or negative thoughts to get back to positive? That's a good question. Like I said, we all experience this. Like I said, when it comes to adversity and challenges, with most things, we do not have control over it. So in order to overcome these negative thoughts that you have, you just have to think positive. Even if it's something that may have happened to you, something that good that may have happened to you, you just have to stay positive. Let's say, for example, let's say that your bills are behind, or you're worried about how you can pay this bill, because right now financially you've been struggling. you have to say to yourself, okay, well, for one, you need to realize that to focus on what you can do for today. As they say, tomorrow fends for itself. We don't worry about tomorrow and what we can do for tomorrow. You need to focus on today. That's how a lot of people get into these negative thoughts and negative behaviors because they focus on the next day instead of focusing on today, what's going on today. So you think positive. Say to yourself, okay, well, I don't know how I'm going to pay this bill, but I do have a roof over my head. I do have a home. I do have a job, even though I'm struggling right now, but these are positive things. So you have to look at the positive side of things in your life. In order to overcome these negative thoughts, you have to look at the positive side of things in your life in order to overcome that. And it's basically all about staying positive and staying optimistic. Like I said, having faith that things will work out. And like I said, this is not just the thoughts that you have within yourself, but these can be thoughts or things that may have been said by other people about you. Let's say that someone says or said that you're not worthy, or that you're incapable of doing something. Of course, these things affect us as well. So it's up to us. Our thoughts, like I said, has a lot to do with our actions, how we think, and how we go through life. So you have to say to yourself, well, I am worthy. And despite what he or she may have said, I can do this and I am capable of doing this. So you have to kind of train yourself. Like I said, if you don't use it, you lose it. You have to train your mind and stay in order to stay optimistic. Train it in a way where you will be more confident, so that you can be more self-motivated. And of course, in turn, that will boost your self-esteem. So it's all about you. Only you can control your thoughts. And like I said, in life, it's easier said than done, but only you can control it. Um, so in order to, like I said, interrupt these negative thoughts, you have to be positive at all times and just look at the positive side of things. Just look at everything that's positive. If it's multiple negative thoughts that come into your mind, you just have to look at all the positive side of things. Well, like I said, well, I still have a home to live in. I'm still here on this earth. Just having life within itself is a blessing and a good thing. So you just have to look at yourself, because even though or things may not be going your way right now, there's someone out there that are doing worse than you. They're having a harder time than you. So you have to always remind yourself of that. You have to remind yourself of that at all times, that it could be worse, basically. And once you realize that it could be worse, that's when you'll be like, oh, okay, I can do this. A good day will come. I may not have had a good day today, but there's always tomorrow. And you just have to build on that. Okay, are there any more questions before I look at my outline to with my own questions up there, just in case you guys don't have any more? Okay, let's see. Okay. So are there challenges with using positive self-talk? Of course, we all know there are challenges with it, and the challenges come in time with life itself and all of the things that we face, all of the negative things that we face. Um, that makes things hard for us. When we're going through difficult times, when we're experiencing challenges and obstacles, of course, our mind goes left and we start thinking negative. I think that's with everyone. Like we all tend to do it, even though that I'm pretty good at self-talk. I've experienced so much in life that I've learned how to use it on a consistent basis. And I'm always optimistic. I'm the optimistic type of person. But of course, with life, when life comes at you, it throws a curveball. Things get hard. So of course, that's when the challenges come in, and you start overthinking. Of course, you may start having fears. There may be something you want to do. You may be fearful of it. Oh, I can't do this, or I can't do that. Um, or you may start assuming. These are three things that that interrupts one's life and causes lack of productivity, and it also affects your success. When you overthink, when you have fears, and when you have doubts. When you have all of these fears and doubts within yourself, of course, they affect your actions. When you say, I can't do something, or this is going to be hard, of course, it's going to cause you to not want to do it. You're not going to do it, or either it's going to take you forever to do it. You're going to end up procrastinating instead of just simply doing it, which is still not good. So these are things we do not want to do. And of course, that also goes along with negative self-talk. Fears, doubts, assumptions, all of that, you know, are a part of negative self-talk and conversations we have within ourselves. And these are things that we want to avoid. And of course, the only way, like I said, to avoid that is by having more positive conversations within yourself and more positive thoughts, and by being more optimistic. Um, but like I said, it's only up to you to do this, and it takes practice. It takes a lot of practice to do this, and you have to stay consistent with it. It's easier said than done, but it is possible for any and everybody. You just have to you just have to do it. That's just it. You just have to do it and not think about it. Because once you get in your head, like I said, with all of these negative thoughts, that affects you and in a negative way, and it can have an impact on your life. And and basically you can experience stagnation. You won't be able to get anywhere in life or get far in life or do the things that you really want to do, and we want to avoid that at all costs. So this is what we want to practice: positive self-talk. Oh, you're very welcome, Suzanne. You're very welcome, and thank you for asking that question. But this is what we want to do. And of course, I can speak on self-talk because I used to be the queen of overthinking. I used to overthink all the time. I used to have a lot of fears that held me back in the past, especially during my younger days, and I felt like I missed out on a lot of opportunities because of this. So of course, I'm speaking from experience. Those fears and that overthinking, those doubts, they can affect your life in a negative way, and we do not want that. And the only way that I was able to overcome this is by staying positive and staying optimistic. And of course, this took time. Just like anything in life, anything good in life that's worth having or worth doing, it takes practice, it takes time. consistent with it. And of course, now I'm more of an optimistic type of person compared to the pessimistic type of person that I was in the past. So consistency is key, guys. Remember that. Write in your journals. Always use positive words of affirmation. Remember the words can, will, I am worthy. I can do this. I will do this. Positive thinking at all times. Like I said, use sticky notes, journaling, meditation, whatever works for you. Just stay positive at all times. Positive thinking, even when times get hard, even when those negative thoughts just seem to come at you out of nowhere. Look at the positive side of things and the positive side of your life. And always remember that some things you do not have a control over, but there's always a positive to every side, to everything. So always keep that in mind, and you will attain success and you will achieve your goals, and your productivity will increase. So that's all, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on today. And I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful day, and guys enjoy the rest of your day.